Chapter 231, Public Law 1975, Laws of the State of New Jersey. The Borough Clerk has prepared a schedule of the meetings of the governing body of the Borough of Kenilworth for the year 2025. The Borough Clerk has posted a true copy of the schedule on the bulletin board located at the front entrance of Borough Hall, and has mailed true copies of this schedule to the local source in the Star Ledger, and is maintaining a copy of this schedule in her office during the year 2025. Accordingly, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meetings Act have been satisfied for this meeting. Please stand for this salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mayor Karlovic.
Here.
Councilman Boyle.
Here.
Councilman Fenestrella is excused. Councilwoman Giordano Paterno.
Here.
Councilman Morrow.
Here.
Councilman Piper.
Here.
And Councilman Scurries.
Here.
You have a quorum.
We have a motion to approve the minutes of June 17, 2025, and the executive session of June 17, 2025.
Motion?
Second.
Motion made by Councilwoman Giordano Paterno and seconded by Councilman Piper. Roll call.
Councilman Boyle.
Yes.
Councilwoman Giordano Paterno.
Yes.
Councilman Morrow.
Yes.
Councilman Piper.
Yes.
Councilman Scurries.
Yes.
And Councilman Fenestrella is excused.
All right. Hi, everyone. I see we have a lot of people here. This is really exciting. We have a lot of things to celebrate this evening. And I'm going to start with the proclamation for the NJSIAA North Jersey Section 2 Group 1 State Sectional Champions. Whereas it is with great pride that we honor the remarkable achievement of the 2025 Bruley Bears for their outstanding performance in securing the NJSIAA North Jersey Section 2 Group 1 State Sectional. The Bruley Bears displayed exceptional skill, determination, and teamwork throughout the season, culminating in a record of 12 wins and 2 losses. And this remarkable season included significant victories against prominent rival teams, showcasing the resilience and talent of our student athletes. And the Bears exhibited exemplary sportsmanship, setting a positive example for their peers and the community. And we extend our heartfelt gratitude to the dedicated coaches, staff who guided and inspired these young athletes, including head coach David Kaplow and assistant coaches Eric Lonecker, Ben DeVito, Quinn Lonigan, and John Stauffer, whose unwavering support and commitment were instrumental in the team's success. And whereas the community of Kenilworth celebrates not only the triumphs of our young athletes, but also the spirit of camaraderie and the values of hard work, discipline, and respect that they exemplify. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovic, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the Borough Council and community, do hereby extend our heartfelt congratulations to the Bruley Bears, their dedicated coaching staff, supportive families, and the community that has helped cheer them on throughout their impressive season. May this victory, marked by a record of perseverance and a spirit of excellence, inspire all within our community to pursue their aspirations with vigor and determination. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovic, have hereunto signed my name officially and caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed the second day of July 2025. I'd like to ask the head coach, David Kaplow, is he here? Come on up. And we have certificates for all the boys as well.
Just real quick, on behalf of the entire program, just wanted to thank the town council and the community for your unwavering support all season long. We're obviously extremely proud of this group of young men, and this is obviously a season that we will never forget. So thank you again.
Thank you. You want the team? Do you want to take a photo op with the team, with the proclamation? Totally hot in here. I agree 100%. Totally fine. Oh, yeah, it's not working. I got in my car to come here and something flew in my eye. I'm like, it hurts. Trying to find it, yeah. And you don't know what it is at first, right? Okay, and continuing with our celebrations, we have 4 Eagle Scouts who have done an amazing job on different projects in town that we want to recognize and thank you. So I'm going to read each one individually, and then after I'm done with each one, you can come up and I'll present the proclamation to you, okay? So the first one is Eagle Scout Christopher Berwick. Whereas you can stay, you can come on up, and then the Borough of Kenilworth takes great pride in recognizing the achievements of its young citizens who contribute meaningfully to our community. Christopher Berwick, am I saying the name correctly? Berwick, a dedicated Life Scout in Kenilworth Troop 83, has demonstrated exemplary leadership, commitment, and service through his Eagle Scout project. Christopher's project involved the restoration and refurbishment of the existing flag boxes located outside both the VFW and the American Legion buildings. as well as the establishment of a new flag box outside Town Hall, reflecting a deep respect for our nation's symbols and veterans. Christopher also plans to train his fellow scouts in Troop 83 on how to host a proper flag retirement ceremony, integrating this meaningful tradition into the troop's calendar for years to come. His initiative requires fundraising efforts to purchase a new collection box, materials for refurbishing the existing flagpoles, and a portable fire pit to carry out these ceremonies with the dignity they deserve. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovich, the Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the Borough Council and a grateful community, do hereby commend and honor Christopher Berwick for his outstanding community service and dedication to both his troop and the values that our flag represents. We encourage all residents to support his efforts and participate in the ceremonies he seeks to establish. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovich, have hereunto signed my name officially and caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed this 2nd day of July, 2025. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Okay, second, we have Eagle Scout Mason Dangle. Whereas the Borough of Kenilworth is proud to recognize and celebrate the exemplary achievements of its young citizens who demonstrate leadership, commitment, and a spirit of service. Mason Dangle, a dedicated Life Scout of Troop 83, has distinguished himself through his outstanding efforts and contributions to our community. Whereas for his Eagle Scout project, Mason undertook the significant task of reconfiguring and organizing the storage space at the Kenilworth Senior Citizen Center, including the installation of shelving and cabinetry. Mason's project aimed to improve the accessibility and orderliness of an inventory and supplies used by the Kenilworth senior citizens, and his efforts have far exceeded the initial goals set forth. Mason's hard work, determination, and vision have resulted in a more efficient and functional storage area that enhances the services provided to our senior citizens, ensuring that their needs are met with care and respect. Whereas his dedication to community service sets a commendable example for his peers and inspires others to engage in acts of kindness and generosity. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovich, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the Borough Council and a grateful community, do hereby commend and honor Mason Dangle for his outstanding contributions and service to our community. We extend our heartfelt gratitude for his commitment in making Kenilworth a better place to live for all its residents. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovich, have hereunto signed my name officially and caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed the 2nd day of July, 2025. Congratulations.
Sure.
I see cameras up.
Come back up after.
Okay, next we have Eagle Scout Daniel Rodriguez. Whereas it is with great pride and appreciation that we recognize Daniel Rodriguez, a dedicated Life Scout in Kenilworth Troop 83. Daniel has demonstrated remarkable leadership and commitment to the service through his Eagle Scout Leadership Project, which aims to repurpose an unused area in the Kenilworth Recreation Center. This project will create a valuable space for storage of board games, sports equipment, books, and other materials for upcoming community events. Whereas the Kenilworth Recreation Center serves as a vital, multi-use facility hosting after-school programs, clubs, events for senior citizens, and family activities, contributing to the well-being of our community. Daniel's initiative to enhance the recreation center with a variety of board games will not only provide recreational opportunities, but also foster family bonding through game nights, promoting quality time without the use of electronic devices. Whereas this effort exemplifies the value of teamwork, community service, and leadership that are at the heart of the scouting program. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovich, the Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the Borough Council and a grateful community, do hereby honor and commend Daniel Rodriguez for his exceptional dedication and service to the community. His explanatory project is a testament to what can be achieved through hard work and a genuine desire to make a positive impact. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovich, have hereunto signed my name officially and caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed the second day of July, 2025. Thank you. Congratulations. The next Eagle Scout proclamation is Eagle Scout Connor Samilla. Is that correct? Is that how I say Samilla? Whereas the Borough of Kenilworth takes great pride in recognizing the achievements and contributions of its residents, and whereas Connor Samilla, a dedicated Life Scout in Kenilworth Troop 83, has demonstrated exceptional leadership and commitment to community service. Whereas for his Eagle Scout project, Connor undertook the task of reconfiguring and organizing the office and storage space at the Kenilworth Recreation Center. Whereas through Connor's diligent efforts, the goal of reorganizing and redesigning the administrative office space was not only met, but far exceeded, creating a more functioning and welcoming environment for the recreational center staff and visitors. Connor's project has truly enhanced the operations of the Recreation Center, positively impacting the community and setting an inspiring example for fellow Scouts. Now therefore, I, Linda Karlovich, Mayor of the Borough of Kenilworth, on behalf of the Borough Council and a grateful community, do hereby honor and celebrate Connor Samilla for his outstanding service and achievements. We commend him for his hard work, determination, and the positive change he has brought to our community. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Linda Karlovich, have hereunto signed my name officially and caused the seal of the Borough of Kenilworth to be affixed the second day of July, 2025. Congratulations.
Say, CJ.
Come sit on my knee. guys.
Work out tonight.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
May I have a presentation for Ben? We have to reschedule.
Was your schedule?
Okay. I'd like to move on to the finance report. Councilman Morrow. Finance report, Councilman Morrow.
Sure. All right, you're not going to get a short one tonight. We're passing the capital budget, so I'd like to explain what's inside of it. We've got a lot of good things going on. I'm going to classify the spend, if you will, into two categories, public safety as well as infrastructure and improvements, and we'll start with public safety. We have the new radar signal signs that we've been talking about for like the last 3 or 4 months. They're in the budget, as well as other pedestrian safety projects. We've got new and replacement vehicles for our police and fire department in the budget. We've got new tools, equipment, turnout gear, all for the fire department. Security cameras will be going up at the Mario Park. We'll have new ADA compliant ramps for the Police Detective Bureau. Those are some of the public safety projects there. On the infrastructure project and improvement side, we have the continued paving down Monroe from 17th Street down to the end at 8th Street. We've been working on that project for a couple of years. Sidewalk replacement projects will also continue along the north side and south sides of the boulevard. You can expect to see North 19th through 22nd Street done, as well as South 22nd through 23rd. We'll be having the senior center windows replaced. We are going to install a wash facility at the DPW, which will extend the life of our borough-owned machinery and vehicles. We have a tree planting project that we will kick off this year that is going to replace the trees that have been removed over the last couple of years because they've been dead or falling down. We have a walking path that's going to be built around DeMario, some fences going up, netting, bleachers, and many other improvements to that park, as well as other improvements to the 9th Street and the 16th Street parks. And lastly, we have some sewer and catch basins and drain improvement projects that will be going on in town, and that's just to name the highlights of what was inside this budget. A big and special note here is that we're receiving over $822,000 in grants, which significantly help us with these funding these improvement projects. Our town professionals and employees did an amazing job with identifying and pursuing these grants, and the outcome of winning them for the people of Kenilworth is just amazing. So thank you to our CFO, the Harbor Consulting folks who've worked with us extensively, our town department heads. All of you have contributed immensely to this capital budget. And I'd also like to thank the finance department in general. Lisa is doing an amazing job down there, and her team is really knocking things out and moving that department fast. Laura also plays an integral role in everything we do, not necessarily a department head of all departments. So thank you, Laura. And that is really it, Mayor, for the capital budget. If there are questions from the team, happy to take them.
I have a question about our actual budget. So one of the things...
Capital or?
No, the regular budget that, so one of the things that I can say since I've been on council that's been a big issue in town was the tree budget, and it was increased back in 2021 to $75,000, and then lowered the last 3 years to $35,000, and we just don't have enough money in that budget, because I've been getting
We could talk
so
about
many
that.
emails about
What you said was
increasing
not
that
exactly
budget.
correct. The budget last year had an infusion of capital or money at the end, Greg, and I think you deployed that for tree services at the end of 2024. So when we had that gentleman come up here and talk about his car and everything, we took action. I don't know, I did want to talk about this tonight, about what the maintenance procedures and the inspection actually looks like.
Well, that tree still hasn't been removed.
Well, we can talk
That's
about
what the
that. That's
problem
not
is.
the finance committee, we pump the money in. I'd like to understand maybe the inspection and the maintenance and how we go around identifying the trees that need to be cut, because the money's there. So, and I did talk with Ken, and we're gonna talk with the finance committee about anything that needs to be made up for this year to match what was done last year. But I think it's not a throw the money at the problem issue. I don't know if it is. I'd like to understand how we inspect the trees. How do we identify when limbs are gonna come down? And we'll fund the projects, but we have to understand what that's gonna look like. It seems that we've been reactive, not proactive. If a tree comes down, we go look at it.
So
that's
the
not
tree
gonna work.
budget
There-
was not cut this year for
The
2025?
budget was,
It was $35,000 last year. We did a transfer of about,
When was it cut from 75,000 to 35,000?
2022.
2022. Yeah, I think we need to talk about that. Okay.
Okay, but
Thank you.
the point I'm trying to make is that the budget numbers that get approved, they were lower than what you're quoting for the line item from 2021. In 2022, it was lowered. In 2023, I think it stayed low. Last year, we pumped the money in. Actually, I think 2023 is when it first got lowered. So for the last 2 years, it has been at 35. Last year, though, we pumped the influx of money in, so it rose it to what was an average funding level from
Okay.
the years before. But is it a money problem, I guess is what I want to say. So the budget could be there, and Greg, I'd be happy to work with you on what inspection and all that would look like, how many people you'd have out there, what kind of actual budget we need to be proactive with this, not reactive, and I think we could come back to the table.
Okay.
I sympathize for what I saw on Facebook of the gentleman who may have had repeated problems with a single tree.
Well, it's not just that, there's several.
Well, we had immense winds ripped through Kenilworth and North New Jersey over the last few days.
Right,
I
so
know
we need
there
the
have been
money
trees
to
down
respond to
everywhere.
that. That's all I'm asking.
Which is my point. How do we become proactive and look for these things so they don't become cleanup issues? So that's I guess, where I'd like to see us spending the money, and we can absolutely have a talk about that.
Is that all? I'm good.
Yeah, well, my report's done.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Works, Councilman Boyle.
I just want to talk about the trees too. We did talk about it, Greg. We are working on a couple different issues that we
Okay.
worked on tonight.
Okay.
So, thank you, Greg. I lost my report here. There's going to be 4 more bulk pickups booked for 2025, spread around the borough and are scheduled according to the routes and days we collect the regular household trash. Residents who have their regular trash pickups on Wednesdays and Saturdays on the north side are scheduled for Friday, July 11th. And scrap metal items will not be counted as part of the 5 bulk items and will be removed by a separate DPW truck on bulk day. That's about all I have in my report.
Thank you, Councilman. Department of Public Safety, Councilman Fenestrel is excused.
I got his report,
Oh, you have his
Mayor.
report?
Yeah.
Great.
Sorry, you had to listen to me all night.
That's okay, thank you.
Report from Chief Campanelli that I will read off today. For June, the Kenilworth Police Department responded to 1,191 calls for service and 196 911 calls. There were 177 hours of overtime for the month. The breakdown is as follows: 64 hours of scheduled patrol overtime, 36 hours for dispatch overtime, 28 hours for fireworks, 17 hours SWAT call-out, 16 hours Detective Bureau call-in, 8-hour patrol call-in, 8 hours for the Arrive program. Kenilworth Police Department completed 405 hours of training for the month. Kenilworth PD issued 163 traffic summons and had 10 arrests for May. There were 0 sick days used and 0 sick occurrences. There were 12 OJI on-the-job injury days, and Kenilworth Police Department received 199 flock hot list alerts from the stationary cameras along the boulevard. The cameras continue to provide an excellent service in protecting the borough. A message from the chief. The Kenilworth Police Department hosted its annual Junior Police Academy from June 23rd to the 27th. The program provided juveniles with an inside look at law enforcement, including PT, drill and ceremony, car stops, and firearms training. Once again, our officers did a fantastic job. The program is headed by the Detective Bureau with assistance from our patrol division. The juveniles are looking forward to attending again next year. Our 2 new officers, Officer Cascarano and Costabile, if I'm saying that correct? Close enough, sorry, Quinn, are continuing their FTO training and are progressing accordingly. KPD assisted with security for the fireworks display on June 28th with no reported issues. Kenilworth Police Department wants to remind everyone to lock their car doors and secure their residences. At
Actors in the area have been trying to gain access to homes and vehicles. With warmer weather approaching, actors will look for unsecure windows to enter a home and quickly grab car keys and fobs and other valuable items. If you see something that doesn't look right, let the police department know. Please contact the Kenilworth Police Department to report a complaint or a nuisance. We can't help if we don't know about it. Since the boulevard has been paved, we have received several complaints about speeding. Kenilworth Police Department is out conducting traffic enforcement details throughout the borough. KPD is asking our residents to please slow down and stop for people in the crosswalks. Please park in legal spots only. Thank you, Chief, and thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Planning and zoning, Councilman Scurries.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple items. We have a few people putting out bulk 2.0. It's not till July 11th, so there's a couple of violations there. North Holdings on the old former National Tools site. Their request for additional loading docks has pending, fixing up some things wrong, like fire codes and cleaning up the property. Rodriguez on 17th Street, they had to move their fence back off of borough property in the right of way. Let's see, what else we got? We had 2 applications for Essential Air, HIVAC, 2 fence applications, generator. Someone's adding a new front porch, 1 above ground pool, 2 more house additions. We also have concept, there's a proposal for a self-storage facility in front of the Kenilworth Hotel and by the gas station there in the front property. There's also an application to create a multifamily dwelling on 8th Street. One was denied on 15th Street. They wanted to convert a 1-family to 2-family, so it says zoning denied. And that's what I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilman. Recreation and Fire, Councilman Piper.
Thank you, Mayor. Not much from Rec as they have the summer camp program going on right now. The fire report. During the month of June, the fire department responded to 45 calls. During these incidents, the fire department traveled 131 miles and utilized 166 man-hours. The fire department rescue squad responded to 23 calls, traveling 252 miles and utilized 245 man-hours. So during the month of June, the fire department and the rescue squad completed 40 hours of training, and the additional man-hours utilized in June was administrative, 268, stipend, 1,302, building maintenance, 16, vehicle maintenance, 10. So the total calls for the month were 68, the total miles traveled were 383, and the total man-hours were 2,007. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman. Health, Education, and Welfare, Councilwoman Giordano Pizarno.
Thank you, Mayor. The library does not have meetings in July and August, so I won't have a formal report until September. However, they have an extensive amount of activities planned for the children and adults, but especially the children, and being very supportive for the summer reading program. So I urge all parents and kids to take advantage of everything going on at the library. It's a really great facility, and a lot of renovations have been done there, so it's even more inviting to spend time there. The Board of Education meets on July 14th, so I'll have a report on the Board of Ed for the next meeting, but I will say everything is wrapping up nicely with the renovations, and I think come September, it's really going to be spectacular to walk into Brearley and Harding and see everything that's been done and completed. The Senior Center, the Senior Director has been organizing a lot of different workshops for the seniors, specifically centering around Social Security and Medicare, and assisting seniors with either either enrolling or accessing their services. But aside from that, I encourage seniors to take advantage of that beautiful facility that we have there and all the amenities that our senior director has enhanced, and especially on hot days, if you have an air conditioning issue, get over there, get some relief, have a great lunch, commiserate with your friends and neighbors, and if you do have an issue with air conditioning in your home, please let one of us know. Either call the health department, the borough administrator, the senior director, or the police department, whoever, reach out. I'm sure we could find something to help you if you should have a situation, especially when it's 90 and 95 degrees. And for the health department, I don't have anything in particular to report, so that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Tony, can I ask a question? The heat wave last week was oppressing, and I know we had a lot of residents with power out. Is there any cooling zones that we have in town you could suggest people go to?
Not that I know of. Chief, do we have anything set up? That's why I thought if anybody had an issue, they could certainly come to Borough Hall.
Yeah, we always have the rec
senior
center. Rec center's on the backup generator too.
Yeah.
Also.
And then I guess they could come to the library and then
library's open till,
perhaps the senior center
7
as
or 8
well.
o'clock. And the library's open on Saturdays now, and they have been since the beginning of June, so they're open six days a week, so you can always find
Kenilworth
something.
Market, it's like 12 degrees.
Yeah.
You can shop at the Kenilworth
If it has the
Market.
backup generator, that's a great spot, because a lot of people were out in all these different areas. There's like brownouts rolling through town, it seemed. It just
Yeah.
didn't matter where you were.
Tried my computer.
Did it? Yeah. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Borough Engineer.
Thank you, Mayor. Not too much is going on right now in terms of actual construction. We are looking to put out the sidewalk and DOT road projects out to bid soon. And presently...
Thank you, Chief.
And we're currently working on the walking path for the DeMario Park.
Great. I'm looking forward to that.
Christian, I have a question for you.
Sure.
Tony has been all over this project on Wilshire, and we're waiting for the rain to stop.
Not only is Tony calling, I'm calling.
Okay.
And we're just trying to get it out there.
Okay, so time is now then?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you. I'll ask again next month. I hope so.
Or that's good.
Thanks.
Borough CFO.
Thank you, Mayor. Finance Chairman Morrow, you've summed up the capital perfectly, so I don't have anything else to add.
I didn't bring up the tax bills if you want to.
Oh, so yes, the estimated tax bills have been mailed. They are due August 1st. You have a 10-day grace period, and that's all we have right now.
Thank you.
Excuse me, Ken, when you get those postcards that shows you basically year-over-year tax, when does that come out?
The postcards from the assessor's office come
Yeah.
out, usually they're mailed February 1st, so they were
Yeah.
sent out already. Beginning of the year, they come out.
For 2025? Okay, thank you.
We can look at that tree budget, please. Borough Attorney.
Mayor, anything that I have to report will be reviewing in executive session this evening, so I have no comment for public.
Thank you. Administrative Officer.
We'll be meeting with the engineer, finance, and recreation representatives next week so we can go over the 2025 Union County Capital Improvements Grant Project so we can get that rolling. The United Way Summer Youth Employment Program begins on Monday. They threw us a little bit of a curveball. Originally, we were just going to have 3, and it was supposed to be 20 hours a week. Well, now they're giving us 4 for 31 hours a week. So Shirley, I'd like to talk to you about that. Maybe you could use a little help at the senior center.
That's great.
Let's see. This week, the individuals are receiving training in preparation for workforce placement. The state increased the bid threshold to $53,000, so consequently, we're not going to require a resolution for the additional police vehicle purchase. The Borough of Madison sent us notification that they're not going to be continuing the shared services for IT for the year 2026. I already made a few tentative inquiries out there, and I do have an RFP that I'm going to prepare and send that out and see what our options are going to be. The Historical Society is requesting to host the annual townwide garage sale October 4th, the weekend of October 4th and 5th, and they're also asking that the permit fees be waived, as has been the tradition. Is council a quick consensus? Everybody okay with
Yeah, I
that?
emailed you.
Absolutely.
October 4th and 5th?
4th and 5th? And waiving of the fees, as we've done?
Yes.
Thank you. And I do have a few things for executive session. That's all I have, Matt.
Thank you.
Real quick, Laura, item 168 is going to be after executive session, correct?
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Okay.
168 has been pulled off of the consent agenda, and it will be entertained after executive session when we come
Okay, thank
back
you.
out.
And Laura, on the Madison IT sharing agreement, shared service agreement, did they indicate why they don't want to renew it?
My understanding is, I think from some of the conversations I've had, I think they took on a few too many towns, and they don't want to bring any more personnel on, and they're spreading themselves a little bit thin, so they started to trim what they could.
Also, the insurance aspect of it is greatly increased. So I think they're separating themselves from that liability,
Interesting.
Yeah, the cybersecurity end of it.
security insurance.
And if that becomes a trend, it's going to be hard to get another SLA going. So we want to take that on. Are there outsourcing firms that become an option? Yeah, okay.
Except they're very expensive,
Yes.
like everything else.
Well, maybe we can look at one of our neighbors and have some shared, talk about a shared
Liability is
service.
the concern of cyber hacking and things like that. I don't know who would be willing to take that on, but yeah, it sounds like it.
I'll keep you posted as I move forward.
Okay, did you have another question? You're okay?
I'm good.
Next for council consideration is the consent agenda consisting of resolutions 25 through 167. Note that resolution 25-168 will be voted on separately. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion.
Second.
Roll call?
Resolutions 25-159 through 25-167 have been approved by one motion. All items will be recorded individually full in the minutes. Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrello is excused. Councilwoman Giordano Paterno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
And Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Motion passes. Okay, so as I stated before, Resolution 25-168 will be considered after executive session. So next up, we have public hearing and adoption of ordinance 2025-08, amending existing Chapter 190, Vehicles and Traffic, Section 43, Schedule 11, Stop Intersections.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to establish a four-way stop at Sheridan and 11th Street. Is there a motion to open the floor for the public comments on this ordinance only?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Scurries. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please step forward and state your name and address. Okay, seeing no one, is there a motion to close the floor for public comments on this ordinance only?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurries, seconded by Councilman Morrow. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-08?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Boyle. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle? Councilwoman Giordano Paterno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrello is excused. Next up for public hearing and adoption is ordinance 2025-09, amending and supplementing Chapter 91 Fees and Licenses, Article 1, Fees Generally, Section 1.3, Uniform Construction Code Fees.
Okay, the purpose of this ordinance is to amend the UCC fee in the Borough Code. Is there a motion to open the floor for public comments on this ordinance only?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Piper? Councilman Piper and Councilwoman Giordano Paterno. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say on this ordinance and this ordinance only? Please come forward and state your name and address. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public comments on this ordinance only.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurries, seconded by Councilman Piper. All in favor?
Aye.
Is there a motion to adopt ordinance 2025-09?
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Piper. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle? Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella is excused. Motion passes. Next for council consideration is an ordinance on introduction, 2025-10, bond ordinance to authorize the making of various public improvements and the acquisition of new additional or replacement equipment and machinery, new information technology equipment, new communication and signal systems equipment, new automotive vehicles, including original apparatus equipment in, by, and for the Borough of Kenilworth and the County of Union, State of New Jersey, to appropriate the sum of $2,298,500 to pay the cost thereof, to appropriate various grants, to make a down payment, or partially fund an appropriation for the capital improvement fund, to authorize the issuance of bonds, to finance such appropriation, and to provide for the issuance of bond anticipation notes in anticipation of issuance of such bonds.
This ordinance authorizes the borough to undertake capital improvements such as infrastructure projects or equipment purchases and to finance them through borrowing, issuing bonds or notes. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-10 on introduction?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Boyle, seconded by Councilman Morrow. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella is excused. Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-10 will be scheduled for public hearing and adoption at the August 20th, 2025 council meeting at 6 p.m. Next for council consideration is an ordinance for introduction, 2025-11, amending ordinance number 2024-22, affecting employment titles, salary ranges, and personnel policies for the borough employees of the Borough of Kenilworth, and amending ordinance 2022-03, providing for compensation for the Department of Public Works of the Borough of Kenilworth.
This ordinance sets salary ranges and establishes new titles in the salary ordinance. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-11 on introduction?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilman Piper. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle? Councilman Finestrella is excused. Councilwoman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
No.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-11 will be scheduled for public hearing and adoption at the August 20th, 2025 council meeting at 6 p.m. Next for council consideration is another ordinance for introduction, 2025-12, ordinance adopting amendments to the Articles 1, 2, and 3 of Chapter 106, Garbage, Rubbish, Refuse, and Recycling, a municipal code of the Borough of Kenilworth.
This ordinance amends Chapter 106, Garbage, Rubbish, Refuse, and Recycling of the Borough Code. Is there a motion to approve ordinance 2025-12 on introduction?
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Morrow, seconded by Councilman Piper. Roll call?
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrella is excused. Councilman Giordano Paserno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
And Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Ordinance 2025-12 will be scheduled for public hearing and adoption at the August 20th, 2025 council meeting at 6 p.m.
Okay, at this time, I'd like a motion to open the floor to the public.
Motion.
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilman Scurry. All in favor?
Aye.
Does anyone have anything to say for the good and well-being of Kenilworth? Please come forward and state your name and address. Okay. Seeing no one, I'd like a motion to close the floor for public discussion.
Motion.
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilman Scurry. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, next we have a need to go into executive session. Can I have a motion to enter into executive session?
Mayor, can I make a statement on behalf of the public for Councilman Finestrella before we let everybody go?
Oh, sure, you sure can.
So,
He has to yes.
Councilman Finestrella
Yes.
can't be here today, but he pulled out that quirky calendar he has and told me something he'd like to introduce or tell everybody, because before the next meeting, other than the July 4th date that we all know about, there's going to be National Number 2 Pencil Day. Was that? National Number 2 Pencil Day is going to be the day before our next August meeting. Councilman Finestrella couldn't be here to make you laugh, so let me with the joke. That's all, man.
Okay, and I just want everyone to know that formal action will be taken after executive session. And happy number 2 pencil day to everyone, and enjoy your summer.
Have a happy and safe 4th of July.
4th of July. I'd like a motion to adopt ordinance 25-168.
Resolution?
Resolution, not ordinance, I'm sorry. Resolution 25-168.
Have a motion?
Second.
Motion made by Councilman Scurry, seconded by Councilwoman Giordano Pizarro.
Councilman Boyle?
Yes.
Councilman Finestrello is excused. Councilwoman Giordano Paterno?
Yes.
Councilman Morrow?
Yes.
Councilman Piper?
Yes.
Councilman Scurries?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, I'd like to wish everyone a happy 4th of July and a happy summer, since we won't be convening until August. So I hope everyone has a safe and happy and relaxing summer.
Same to
Yes,
all
happy
of
4th of
you.
July, and make sure you celebrate.
Wait, what day is National
people not.
Number 2
I think
Pencil?
18th of August, so it's...
And happy National Number 2 Pencil Day.
Long live the
That's for
pencil.
you, Joe.
Also, the
And I hope
Lions
you're
AQ
enjoying your
Championship is
vacation.
Monday at 5:30, if anyone can attend.
What was that?
AQ, what is it, district championship.
Baseball champion too.
That's right, that's
Three
Monday.
times.
big
Yep,
deal
it was
for them.
moved. Okay. All right, I'd like a motion to adjourn.
Motion. Second.
Motion made by Councilman Piper, seconded by Councilman Scurries. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Let's